Hi, everyone. Welcome again to the Call Sign channel. This week we'll answer the most frequently asked questions asked or wonder by travelers. So let's start with the first one. Have you ever wondered why do we dim the cabin lights for takeoff and landing? Dimming the cabin lights during takeoff and landing is a standard safety procedure followed by airlines around the world. The primary reason behind dimming the lights is to help passengers adjust to the low light conditions in case of an emergency. During takeoff and landing, the cabin crew wants passengers to be alert and aware of their surroundings, especially in case of an emergency. By dimming the lights, passengers' eyes adjust to the lower light levels, making it easier to see and react to any emergency situation that may arise. In addition to safety reasons, dimming the lights can also create a more relaxing atmosphere in the cabin, which can help passengers feel more comfortable and reduce anxiety during takeoff and landing, which are typically the most nerve-wracking parts of a flight. Next, why do window shades have to be kept open during takeoff and landing? What are the reasons behind? Keeping the window shades open during takeoff and landing is another safety measure that airlines follow. The main reason for this is to allow the cabin crew and passengers to assess the conditions outside the aircraft in case of an emergency. In the event of an emergency, the cabin crew needs to be able to quickly determine which side of the aircraft is safest to evacuate from. Passengers are also encouraged to keep their window shades open during takeoff and landing so that they can see outside and be aware of their surroundings. If passengers notice anything out of the ordinary, such as smoke, fire, or other potential hazards, they can quickly alert the cabin crew, who can take the appropriate action. Another reason for keeping the window shades open is to allow natural light into the cabin, which can help passengers adjust to the low light conditions during takeoff and landing. Last but not least, why do we have to turn our phones on airplane mode on a flight? It is to ensure that they don't interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems. Mobile phones, along with other electronic devices such as laptops, tablets, and MP3 players, emit radio waves that can potentially interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems. This interference can cause communication problems between the cockpit and air traffic control, as well as affect the aircraft's ability to navigate properly. While most modern aircraft are designed to be more resistant to radio interference, there is still a small risk that electronic devices can cause problems during critical phases of flight, such as takeoff and landing. That's why the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, requires that all electronic devices be turned off or put in airplane mode during takeoff and landing, and that they be used in a way that does not interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems at other times. Airplane mode is a setting that disables a device's cellular, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth capabilities, preventing it from transmitting or receiving any signals. This mode is designed to allow passengers to use their devices in flight for non-communication purposes, such as listening to music or playing games, while still minimizing the risk of interference with the aircraft's systems. After all, it only takes a second to put a phone on a flight mode. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you for watching.